Hey guys, my name is Sediak and welcome back to another episode of Subway Builder here in New York City, where last episode we created 3 brand new lines that go through the heart of Manhattan, and off they go in all different directions, continuing to connect more and more people than ever before. Now, since last episode, the lines have been working pretty well. We've got, out of the 3 brand new lines, the Mu line, the New line, and the Shu line, which stands for Middle East West, North East West, and South East West. And it turns out the Middle East West one, which is this one here, this burgundy looking color, is the most busiest because it's going through the heart of where all the jobs are in Manhattan. Look at these jobs, boys. Absolutely ridiculous right now, which is absolutely crazy. Well, today, we're going to continue expansions. Now, there's only one borough right now that we're currently not expanded to or into within New York City, and that is Staten Island. This beautiful little island down here, boys, which you could mistake it for being part of New Jersey. We are going to connect into this right now, and looking at these stats for it, it's not really populated. It's vastly spaced out as well. There's a few little worker areas, but nothing really too crazy. But we can definitely extend our lines. We've got the red line, the light blue line, is it the lemon line? I forget which color this one now is. We've got the brown line coming in. We've got a couple of lines that could extend into here. We even have this pink line as well, which I don't think it would go over here, but this is going to pretty much end where it is anyway. But we got a bunch of options that we're going to hopefully utilize in today's episode. Now, before we do this, there's a couple of things I want to say. Smash the like button if you're enjoying this series so far. Subscribe if you are new around here, so you get notified when more episodes do come out. But we currently transport in 31% of the population, and I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a very, very, very long time, and I am going to reduce the ticket price. So before I do, just remember this right now. Remember this, boys. Let's just round it up to 31.5%, so 31.5%. Let's just remember those numbers. And we're now going to see how much more people we can get on by reducing the ticket price. Now, of course, it's going to mean I'm going to have a lot more pressures as a lot more people can then travel. I'm going to make it $2.50. That is an amazing price right there. And now all of a sudden, it's going to make a lot of people be able to justify taking my network, because it then becomes a lot cheaper than driving and then parking their own vehicle. So I'll come back a little bit later and I'll see what effect changing it to $2.50 is going to have on my network. But until then, let's expand, boys. Let's expand. Now, looking at the demand stats right now, we're going to actually pin this. I'm going to run the red line coming all the way down here. Then what I'm going to do is take the gold line, lemon line, I forget which color it is, and the light blue line coming down this way and then down this way. And then the brown line is going to be the connective line that goes for all 3 of them. Damn, Staten Island's going to be connected. Now, I don't know whether to make the blue line like that goldy lemony line to also extend this way. We'll kind of set it up as if it could, but I'm not too sure if we're going to. And what is that line, by the way, anyway? It is the lemon line. It is the lemon line. So let's jump into build mode then. And we're going to build some stations. And we're going to first start working with the red line. And the problem with the red line is it does go down quite some distance. So it's instantly going to have to be minus 30. Now, I know what you're saying, Snake, why don't you do this elevated? Unfortunately, guys, I've already created that as a below, very, very deep below subway line. And I've kind of now have to stick to it, which is slightly annoying. So what I'll do is I'll implement a station there. And before I do anything else, I want to build my tracks and see if I can get beautifully connected straight away. Now, instantly I'm going to hit the depth, so I need to go a little bit lower. We'll go to minus 36 and then bring you there. And I'm hoping then I can run from minus 36, whatever that is, which I can. Right, we're all good there. Okay, I can rest a lot easier. So now I can bring this to a normal size at this point. So we'll go and try and get it to a -10 because it's got to go from 30 to 10, which is going to be a wild number. Now I'm going to make it run where it looks like there's a train line that does kind of pass through anyway. We'll make it run down there. Now I know this goes to like where all the ferry stuff is, but obviously we don't have ferries or any of that jazz in the game. So we're just going to utilize where it runs, but not the whole line and what it's actually used for. So do we think we're able to get this from the -30 to a -10 here? I'm not too sure. So what I'll do is I'll make this a -20, this one. So at least I can do the transitions. Oh, that's not stations, is it? I'll do a station here. And instantly need to undo it because it's too close. So do a station there. And then we'll go down to a -10 next, which will be here. And pretty much to a -5. And then we're all good to go. All good to go. No problemo. No problemo, boys. Right, do a couple of stops there where the bigger circles are. Do one just there. Do my next one just here. So following this all the way down. Very, very good, boys. Very good right now. Just there. Keep it going. Apparently that's green already. Are people like choosing to walk instead in this area? Right. They're pretty close by, but needed. One just there. And then how much further have we got to go here, boys? How much more distance do we get to travel? All right, one there. And then where are we at right now? There's a nice big juicy bubble just here. So there's a lot of stops, but I want to make sure we're very, very connected here in Staten Island. So it looks like we are following this still. But they're now going to slowly start getting more and more spaced apart. All right, very good, very good. Run you here. And then we've got to transition down into here somewhere. So I think we're now going to go for the -10 approach. And we'll drop one right there. And I kind of want it to end in this way. So if I got it to slightly turn, and we'll incorporate a stop there. And then I'm going to incorporate the last stop just here as it kind of turns to end. Now, I know that's quite a long little run there. I'm very aware it's quite a long little run. But, oh, it's going to, do you know what? It's going to make that red line right now ridiculous. It actually is, isn't it? It's going to make that red line absolutely ridiculous right now. So, we'll do our best here, boys, to get this all now connected. So I was going to say then, hopefully there's going to be no dramas. But there always is a drama somewhere. There's always going to be a drama somewhere. Now, some of these are pretty close together, I'm now realizing. But it just gives us more coverage, okay? It just gives us more coverage. So that's the only thing we can kind of be slightly happy about. So I'm probably going to add an extra hour on top of this red line's already super long route. And I think this red line is now going to be officially the longest route we have in the game. And it's going from the tippy toe of Staten Island all the way up, I believe, into the Bronx. Now that's a long line. Now, I could be wrong in saying this, and correct me if I am wrong, boys, in the comment section down below. But does Staten Island have a subway network, or is Staten Island's subway above ground? I could be wrong in saying that. Just let me know in the comment section down below, boys. I could be wrong here. Right, so far, so good. Until that moment right there. Right, I'm going to delete a building. I don't like normally deleting buildings. But I'm going to delete a building. Okay, I don't want to delete all those buildings. So we'll go to there. And to there. Right, bam. Wiggly, wiggly, bam. Right, oh, hang on, and crisscross. Of course, we got to add the crisscross in. Right, so just that alone right now is going to cost us 4.2 billion. So we're going to build those blueprints right now, which is because of this point in this save game right now. I've got so many lines on the go. There's so much happening. There's so many trains. It's now starting to take a little bit longer to get stuff done. It really is taking a little bit longer right now. So hurry up, please. Right, there we go. We got there in the end, boys. We got there in the end. So that's now all done. I can now extend that red line into Staten Island. It is my longest line in the game, I believe. Is there a line longer? I mean, it only ends there, the red line, which it will eventually continue. But yeah, it is I think it is my longest line in the game. Damn it. I mean, it's going to have the most stops. I know that for free. Right. Let's extend this red line then. This is now, I mean, it's already 51 minutes if you did the whole length. Let's just now go the full shebang. So let's see if I can get, oh, hello, all of these in one view. Bam, 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 bam. Hold on. Bam, 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 bam. Very good, very good, very good. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam. Hold on. Come on, boys. Come on right now. There we go. Yes. Nice. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it right there. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Come on, fool. Come on right now. Nice. Right. So far, we've added, once these have confirmed their placements, 20 minutes almost. Right, okay. I thought it was going to add an extra hour. Maybe not, but I haven't added the remainder of all of these stations just yet. Haven't added the remainder of all these stations just yet. Right, bam, bam. Right, loads more down here. It becomes so long-winded right now to add a new line. God forbid I delete everything and replace it all. Oh, it would be absolutely crazy, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely crazy. Right, come on. Easy now, boys. Easy now. Are we done? We are pretty much done. Right. Last few bits and bobs. Oh, this is so painful, isn't it? This is so painful, extending and adding in a line. Come on, boys. We're almost there. We're almost there. Right, you're going to confirm? Why are you taking so long to confirm? Right, I'm going to add some more in and hopefully it updates. I'm not even at the end right now. I'm realizing I'm not even at the end. Is it illegal to build a line this long? I think it might be illegal, boys. Because the game is not gaming right now. The game is not gaming. Right, there we go. Last one. And we are done. Last one and your boy is now done. Right, it's not confirming that last one, so I'm going to put you on. Hold on. To take you off. Right, that's all I wanted to do. Nice. We have now created this super long line, which it actually didn't add an extra hour. It actually added an extra 40 minutes. Damn. Right, confirm those changes. And then obviously we need to add the extra trains on. So let me do that real quick right now. So got to get this back down to 5-minute frequency. Which I'll do 40 trains. We'll do 40 trains. So this got to get to a 10-minute frequency, which will do 20 trains. And this is a 15, so 12 trains. Right, that's a lot of trains right there. Okay. Now, before I press play, we've gained an extra 1.5% by changing the ticket price. But now this is going to go all completely wrong now because we can't judge it. the ticket prices, because we've now added a line extension. But it now reaches to a whole new area, a whole new island, Staten Island to be in fact, which is glorious. Absolutely glorious right now. So, let those extensions continue. The route ridership, anyway, will we see the red line now overtake the yellow line because of that Staten Island extension? I don't know if there is enough people to do that. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see once we get all the other line connections in. We'll have to see them. So, fantastic, boys. Absolutely fantastic right now. Here's our demand stats. We'll try and fast forward as whatever the game feels like is fast forward mode at this point. And we should gain maybe 1% or 2 because this is currently untapped territory that we now have the ability to access, which is always a good sign. The trains are slowly making their way now down here. We've added in so many new trains, by the way, so they are now officially making their way into Staten Island. And we can now start to see the red circles moving about. Slow as they are definitely moving about. But we've still got so many people we need to transport right now. So many people. Right, as we're on the cusp of breaking into the 33%, and all that jazz, I'm getting a couple of blue circles right now as people are using my transit system. Let's take a look, boys, at doing the extension for the light blue line and the lemon line, which will then include the extension coming through of the brown line. So, right. This is going to be interesting, these now. So, I'm going to have to make them be a -20 because of the area they're going to be tearing through. And let me pick a couple of spots then. So let me bring up the demand stats and let's keep this pinned. And I reckon that we have, so build stations. I reckon that we have it where, right, we have it where the one train line runs on this parallel. And then the other train line runs on the highway parallel. How do I bring it together is a different question. I mean, I could in theory. So if that was going to run to there, let's just say, I mean, this is completely making it up right now, and I don't know what is the best way to do it. But let's just say we had you there. Right. And then we brought you down this way. And then we brought you across this way, as that's the line it kind of runs down and through. And then we kind of do something very similar to this, where that's going to bend around and then maybe cut in down this way. And then we do another stop there. And now we're on the highway. Right, okay. So where is the brown line going to run through? I feel like it could be good to cross over here. So running up. So where is it? There. I reckon we get it. So if I had that there, and it's going to follow this road running through, where this crosses here. That's our 2 crossover points for the brown line there, as it goes through these 2 runs. Right, okay, we're going to have a stop there. And then we'll have a stop here. So just following the highway, it's just a whole lot easier to kind of navigate stuff. I'll have a stop there. I know I'm doing all this -20, by the way. I'm completely aware of all of this, which is going to make it super expensive. All right, keep it going. Now, this is quite a busy area here. You can see where there's a train line that would run through there. But your boy's making up his own mind here. And continue this. Very good. Now, they are coming kind of closer together at this point. So then do we have to kind of then think about paralleling it? I think what I'll do is I'll end this one there, and then I'll end this one there for now, before doing any additional extension. Right, let me now go to a -15 for the crossover points we're going to have now set up on these lines here. So there's our one crossover point. And there's our other one. So we'll do a station there. And I'll do a station there. And what is that depth here of this water? It's a -20. Oh my goodness me. So this is where you probably would want to do it elevated, but I'm going to do a -25. And I'm going to implement you here. And I'm going to do one there, which is hopefully the transition between it all. Right, let me build these tracks in because I have a feeling this is not going to go to plan. So -25, get you to here. Okay, a little bit further. Right. Let me undo you. Right, this is not going to go to plan because of the depth that we currently have. So I can get you to there, and then can I transition this to there? Yes! Okay, it worked out in the end. Okay, I haven't got to worry about anything else now. We're all good. We are all good boys. Right, there is a lot of connections I now need to do. A lot of connections. A lot of connections, boys. Right, let's work our way back then and see if we can do both of these. Now, what I'll do first is I'll add my crisscrosses on both of these because this is where the lines will currently end at the moment. And then go back to building our tracks. Right, hopefully this is all good. All good, all good, all good. Nice. And I'm trying to do it where I can get both of them done in the same view, but that's a lot difficult than you expect. Very difficult, boys. But so far we're managing it. So far we are managing it. And then the hardest bit is going to get them to go across the water. That's going to be difficult. Okay, I think they're now going spread a little bit too far. Oh, no, sorry, we turn here. I didn't realize we turned there. And this is where we're going to have some real fun right now, is getting them across the water. All right, there's one last one here. Okay, right. So that extends out. I've got to bring that brown line, obviously connecting to the red line. And I feel like, to be honest with you, if I ran the orange line down here, it could be the crossover route there. Just to shorten the distance that people have to then travel within Staten Island themselves. Now, we're already at a -20, which I know it's not going to play ball going across this bit. And I know what you're saying, Seniac, you should have done it elevated. And I do agree with you, I should have done it elevated. But here we are now. I can't do... Ooh. Hold on. We end up deleting stuff here. Right, we're a bit too deep. Is the problem? Oh, because that's elevated. Of course it... Oh, no, that makes it even difficult. That makes it even more difficult. Right. Up to a +5. Just get it to there. Just so I've got the space to make it minus. I'll try and aim for a -15 first. Which we hit. Actually, we hit quite early on. Let's go for the full shebang of -25. Right, there we go. Okay, that was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be for some reason. But that's also elevated as well, isn't it? Oh, no. Oh, no. I didn't think about this stuff, did I? I didn't think about this stuff. Right. Elevated, of course. How am I going to do this? So what I'm hoping is we can do... Oh, hold on. Something else I'm kind of like not realizing is like... Is it worth me adding an additional station in before we make it go down? I just don't know if I'm able to get it to a minus. So if I can get it to there, and if I go to a -5 to here, can we do a transition of a 10 in that distance? No, we're very close. Okay, there we go. We've got it. We actually have it right there. Okay, so that should be very simple. So I'm -5 now, by the way. So if I just implement one additional station just to kind of give us something a bit extra here. Build the tracks. And now we need to go to... Is it a -25 because of that? I know what you're saying, Saniak. You were completely set up there to do elevated. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Do I feel foolish? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Right, very good. We got there in the end. I don't know how, but we got there in the end. So let's go back to a -15 then, as we're making this still continue to be underground, where we got another station there. And then we want this to lead to an underground station, of course, here. And does it need to go any further? I don't think it does. All right, there. I'll do one just here. I don't know what this is in real life. I've never really kind of paid attention. I expect it to be like a big hill. Isn't like Staten Island quite hilly? And is that the reason it doesn't have like an underground subway network? Because of the terrain? Could be wrong, but if you can let me know, it'll be quite interesting to find out. Right. The last crisscross to be added in. Holy moly. It's not the best of networks in Staten Island, and there definitely is room there for an additional couple of lines. There really is. But it's something, okay? It's something. We're starting to turn blue in all these areas. It's pretty good. So the cost of this extension then is 8.77 billion. I know, right? And we are, because we're starting to do these bigger mega projects, I am noticing we are spending our money a lot quicker. I did have at 1.40 billion in the bank, and now I'm going about to dwindle it down to what, about 17? The money's just disappearing, boys. Actually, it could be 16 point something. Yeah, 16.5 billion in the bank right now. The money is disappearing very quickly. Right. So, with the addition of the red line extension and the price changes, I'm now up to 42% transit. Oh, good God. That is wild behavior. I've gained an extra 10%. I mean, the big help for that was the ticket price change. We're on the way to transporting more than are using their own vehicles. So let's do the brown line extension first. Because this will be the easy one, and we'll just start with the easier one. And boom, 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 boom. This has been way too easy so far, but there's only less stops I need to add on to it. So it's all good. All right, now it's having to have a little bit of a moment, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. Come on. Come on. Right, that's all done. Nice. And then, oh no, I didn't want that one. All right, there we go. There we go, boys. There we go. Right. Absolutely wonderful. Wonderful. So we've only added an extra like 18 minutes onto that line. So confirm those changes. And then let me adjust the train situation. So we'll do 28, 14, 10. Nice extension there of the brown line. Actually, what's our route ridership rate? Oh, yes. Yes, there we go. The red line has now overtaken the yellow line. What's the brown line doing? The brown line's actually the second least used line. Interesting. Our mu line's definitely risen up. So we're going to have a lemon line and a light blue line extension next. So route riderships. The light blue line's there. The lemon, okay, so both of them are pretty low down in the grand scheme of it all. Yo, let me select you right now. So the light blue line is already an hour long. It's already an hour long. Right, let's add you on there as the additional stop. Wait for it to confirm. Nice. And let's do now the rest. Come on. Come on, what's going on here? Right. Boom, boom. Ooh. Can we even select that one that's hidden right behind it? That was difficult to select. I ain't even gonna lie. Right. Bam, 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 bam. Very good. Right, so bam, 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 bam. It took me long. It was quicker for me to build the lines before adding the stations onto the lines. This part takes way too long. Right. So we've added an extra 20 minutes. Confirm those changes. And we then edit the train situation. Right, I'll do 30 trains. No, we probably do a little bit more. 36, 18, 12. Right, nice extension there. Just one more extension to do. And then we're pretty much covering Staten Island very well. Oh, this is an hour and 10 minutes already. Holy moly. Right, come on. Extending the lemon line. So out of these ones that go into Staten Island, the brown line was obviously the worst. And the lemon line was the second worst one. So we'll see what happens next. All right, very good, very good, very good, very good. Trying to zoom right in. And then the last 3 stations. Come on, game. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Right, are we done? And we are done. Add an extra 20 minutes. Whew. Damn. Right, confirm the changes. Very good. Trains. 40, because it's super long. 20. 12. Right. We have extensions into Staten Island. They're not perfect extensions, but they're extensions. Right, now we've got to wait for the game to catch up with itself, but you can see the blue that we've created just from the red line. So these additional 3 lines coming in and helping out right now are going to play a big role. Especially that brown line, because it connects all of these up to head in a different direction in New York. That plays a massive contributing factor. But there's definitely room for additional lines in Staten Island. I think we can all agree. I think we can all agree right there. There's so much red I'm still not connecting. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right. So, there's a couple of little blue circles now popping up here and there. But we'll give that a little bit of time as well. So, the route ridership. These will all slowly change. I feel like the yellow line is not that far behind the red line anyway, so it's like something that could catch up maybe at some point. Mirror line, which is the middle one, is doing pretty well. The new line, the north one, and the south one is just down there. The sage line is still the worst one, but the sage line shares, and we've said this before, it shares the majority of its length with a lot of people. You could argue, well, at that point, is it worth getting rid of? Well, it does run through a bit there where there's no one there, and it will extend into Long Island a bit more and become its own little line. So it plays more of a supporting role, if anything else. It's what it does. But that brown line could dramatically change. Now, I know because we extended the red line, we added a lot more trains onto the red line, so I feel like it's only fair we do the same to the yellow line. Maybe just increase its frequency. We'll add 30, 15, 12. Now, that would artificially boost its ridership again. And maybe make it go back to being the most used line. But boy, oh boy, is it busy. Right, has enough time passed by yet? We're starting to see more blue. So 42.5%, boys. We are getting a lot closer right now to being able to have more people using our transit system than driving. I wonder how it's affected my income, though, because obviously reducing the ticket prices is 100% going to reduce my operational profit. Look at that. Wow. So big revenue, big drop as I change the ticket price. Same with the operational profit. Now, I could reduce it down to $2 because I don't really need the cash just yet. I think we're pretty good. I mean, yeah, I've spent a lot of it, and that 16 billion won't get me far with the depths that I'm building right now. But, you know, I think we can give back slightly, which will cause a lot of pressures. And you can see now my lines are very busy. Like the lime line here, not looking great. Maybe we add a few more trains to this. But there is a thing as too many trains. There is such thing exists. It's because the whole line could never reach capacity, but then one train could reach capacity, and then we've got a problem. So you upgrade one line, all the other lines want to be upgraded because it does pass that bulk of passengers over. I don't want to look at the warnings too much. I don't look at the warnings too much. But we're closing on 44%, which is really, really good. Really, really good right now. But there's still so many areas we're not yet reaching. So we broke the 2 million mark. 2 million passengers a day right now using my network. And it's just going to get better and better and better. It is just going to get better and better and better. Now, I can't beat the people who want to walk. That's a given. They want to go there to there. Well, I don't have a station there, and it's pointless them going up to come back down. So I can't beat people who can walk. If you can walk faster than it takes to take the subway, then I can't help you there. I ain't going to spend billions of dollars to save you 30 seconds. Not a fat lot I can do, unfortunately. But it's so busy in this vicinity, isn't it? So busy. Right, so route ridership then. Now, since increasing the amount of trains, the yellow line is now taking back over, but the blue line is right on its tail again. The brown line is definitely carrying a lot more people, but not enough to break up to a new level. The lemon line and the light blue line have definitely risen a few places, but not many more. But it is actually crazy to see all this now happening. Pink and purple line are pretty strong. The lilac line's pretty strong. Where's our peach line? There we go. I want to go diagonal through it following the Broadway street. I've got to extend that further up and over as well to cross over these three lines that will eventually go all the way up. Playing more of a supporting role again. But I think we're doing absolutely fantastic. So, beautiful extension there into Staten Island. And we are now almost at 45% of the people who want to transit in New York City to using my network. I feel like next episode, we could have more people on subways than in vehicles. That is happening very, very, very soon. Now, that's happening right now. If you don't include the areas that I don't serve, if you only include the areas that I serve with the network, then yes, we are winning. But not on this graph because it takes into account the whole of New York City. Look at that. We've got the vehicles under 50% for the first time ever. Wow, we are so close. But at what cost though, boys? The cost of us reducing the ticket price. Should I remain having such a low ticket price? Let me know in the comment section down below. But somebody here who is predominantly driving, why are they driving? 100% of people are driving on this route. It costs them $8 to drive in, $5 to park. Driving takes 20 minutes, 24 minutes at most. Wow, but it takes them that long. Oh, okay, I get it because they're isolated. It's the walking distance to and from the stations. It's the walking distance to and from the stations. We need a line that kind of runs up here and then through, but it's to cater to that one person, and I don't really know if I want to do that, if I'm being honest with you. Oh my goodness me, we're actually not far off having more people use transit than vehicles right now. My numbers are increasing, boys, and that is absolutely terrifying. Right, we're going to end it here, boys, because I think next episode will be the official day to which we have more people using public transit than driving. Oh my goodness me. So, until next time, I will see you all soon. So, goodbye.